everybody, and welcome! Today I will finally be doing my overdue 4 months late video of my top 10 best horror films of 2024. Now I've already filmed and uploaded my top 10 worst of 2024 horror movies, but I find it a lot more fun to talk about movies you enjoy or even some favorites. And that's why I love these type of videos. You can talk about things you like about the movies, maybe some newfound favorites you found along the way. So really, with that being said, let's get into this. And I do want to say beforehand that this was a very good year for horror. I found my top 25 were kind of very hard to place. So I'm very happy to say that my top 10 were movies I really did enjoy. At number 10, I have Cuckoo Hunter. I cannot remember her last name, so very bad names. I really did enjoy her in this. I think she was a great main actress. She was in Euphoria, if anyone recognizes her for that. But I really did enjoy this. I think it went a lot of places. It was definitely memorable. And I really liked this main character, and she really made it really enjoyable. But it did lose me a little bit with how kind of crazy it went. I admire how far it went, but a little of it felt like a little overboard. But for the most part, I really did enjoy it, and it definitely kept me entertained. And it was a very positive experience. At number 9, I have Alien Romulus. Now, last year was the first time I actually watched all the Alien movies, and so by the time I got to Alien Romulus, I watched AVP Requiem. So that movie in itself is so bad. It is unbelievably bad. So then I went to see Alien Romulus, and I very much liked it. I do still think it is one of the best of the Alien films still. I do think it may have gone a little overboard now with the fandoms and things like that, but I really did like the story they took. I liked how they took a different approach than the other Alien movies, because I felt like it kind of got repetitive over time in the franchise. I really like I have a little popcorn bucket off back here, and I really like as well. I really just like the premise of this movie, and how it was different. I really did enjoy the aliens. I thought they kind of looked cool in this as well. And overall, I just really did enjoy this one, and it was one of the best Alien films so far. And just above that, I have Abigail. Abigail was a fun time for me. I do think it was given away, of course, if anyone's seen the poster, a big twist. That was a big thing when it first came out. There was a lot of controversy around it, but I really did enjoy it. Even though I knew that she was a vampire, I still did enjoy it. I found it kind of fun, the way she messed with the people. And I found Catherine Newton's character very funny in this. I really did like it. I liked all the characters in this, really. I also kind of really liked the kind of reveal that, spoiler for this movie, but I liked the reveal that she was the one who trapped them. I feel like that was very clever. And I had a really fun time with this, and I really did enjoy it. And I think the ballerina aspect and the dancing also kind of was different, a little bit cool. I have not seen a lot of vampire films. I'm not very much in the vampire subgenre, but I had a really good time with this. And I just above that, I had Terrifier 3. I'm not a fan of the original Terrifier. I'm not. I enjoyed the second one, and I do think this one is a little bit better than the third one. First of all, I really like Sienna in this. I really enjoy her character in this movie. I enjoy the kind of what she has to go through and how she fights. Now, I don't know how they're going to end this with Terrifier 4, of course, but I really enjoy what we got so far. Like I said, I really do kind of like how creative the Terrifier franchise has been, even though I'm not a fan of the first one at all. I really enjoyed this one, and it is one of the Terrifier films of the 3 I would actually watch. I would never watch the first one again. 2 was entertaining, 3 was pretty good, and I did find some kind of moments kind of funny. And Sienna's great in this as well. And just above that, I have Strange Darling. Now, some people can't count this as a horror, they'll count it as a thriller. I count it as horror. I enjoyed this one. It is told in parts, and it is one of the more unique movies we've got of 2024. I really like the parts that it tells and how it kind of reveals itself at the end of the kind of plan. I like how it kind of twists with you. And overall, I really do kind of enjoy kind of how things are and how you see how this person gets to the point where they do. And I definitely enjoy just kind of the ride it takes you on. It's one of the more unique ones. Would I rewatch it? Maybe if I was in the mood for that kind of movie. But it was pretty solid and one of the more unique movies of the year. And I did see it kind of late, but I still enjoyed it. And just above that, I have Late Night with the Devil. The reason this is so high on my list is I am not a fan of found footage horror. Like, you will not see me talking a lot about found footage movies or franchises that I love and really get into. I only like one found footage franchise. I only like the Hell House LLC franchise. So for a movie to be found footage, it has to impress me and keep me entertained. A lot of found footage really movies don't. And I really did enjoy how they took the found footage element in this. I like how you kind of see the TV show and kind of the behind the scenes. I also think the little girl that you see here is well acted overall too. I think the acting was really well in this and it kept you entertained. And I just really like how it's like the TV setting, like a TV show setting. And I really did enjoy that aspect of it. And I've not seen a found footage movie like this before. And I really did enjoy it and I admire it. And I really hope there's not a million copies of found footage horror movies like this. And just above that, I have Maxine. Again, a lot of people probably wouldn't have this high up on their list, but I really have enjoyed the X trilogy. My favorite, I really can't really pick a favorite. I probably prefer X over Pearl personally, but I will say this. I enjoyed the mix of the movies. I enjoyed Maxine's character. This was the weakest probably of the three for Mia Goth, but she was still really good in this. I do like how it kind of wrapped up with everything. Don't get me wrong, I do. And it kept me entertained. I like the soundtrack sounded nice to me. I really like this movie a lot. However, compared to X and Pearl, it can be seen as very generic in the middle or the worst of the three. And I completely understand that. But it kept me entertained and I really enjoyed it. It was a really good movie. And just above that, I have Long Legs. Again, a really good movie, really good acting performances. One of my favorite things is, if anyone's seen the movie, they'll come get this. I got this from Etsy. I just saw it and I just bought it. It says happy birthday and it has like have a ball if anyone gets that. I really enjoyed the performance. It was, again, not a movie like I've seen before. I really like the main character in this and kind of how she's more different from what you see more detective movies are in movies. I really enjoyed like the adventure it took you down on and kind of the little bit reveals you get throughout. I really did enjoy Long Legs. Not a lot of negative things to say about it, but I did enjoy it. And at number 2, I have The Substance. Now, I struggled to where to place my 1 or 2. But ultimately, I decided to put The Substance at number 2, mainly for rewatchability ability. Now, what to say about this? Wow. Amazing performance from main actor, both of them, first of all. The body horror, great. There's one thing I have to say, I still think this. There's a scene where they show something happening, but what they do is they re-show it again, but instead they show it again, and I think that was just for the audience, to be honest. There's one scene I don't like they put in. I think that would have been better if you saw the look on their face to it. I think that would have been more impactful in this scene. They just showed the body kind of like that. I don't know. I didn't like that they did that. That was the only thing, that big thing that I didn't like about it. Rewatchability though for me, I rewatched it once, but it's not something I can rewatch constantly or get anything like that of, but I did enjoy it. Great body horror, great acting, great movie, and a wonderful surprise. I almost did not see it in theaters. So glad I did. Great surprise of the year. And at number 1, I have Heretic. I don't really get into a lot of religious horror, but I will say I did enjoy this one. I enjoyed the conversations that they were having. I enjoyed the kind of little things that they were pointing out when he was trying to get along at. And I also really like the ending, kind of how open-ended it is. Like, it's not against faith, it's not for faith, but you can kind of take what you say at the end. I have my own interpretation of that. I personally think that, she did not survive, and that was her that's what she thought of when she died, but that's my opinion of it. Everyone's different. But I really do like this one. It kept you entertained, it kept you on your toes. And the way that he was just messing with these girls was just insane. And just some conversations he was having and the points and how these girls were calling him out were great. It was very entertaining. I liked the things they did. It was one of the best religious horror movies I've seen, and that kind of says a lot because I'm not really into religious horror movies. So I really did like this one, and it was again, it was an end of the year surprise, but I really enjoyed myself, and I am really glad again that I did not skip this one. So that was my top 10 best horror films of 2024. Different varieties. I really did like all of these, and I just really did enjoy these, and I hope you guys have liked this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to hear more, and comment down below what your favorite horror film of 2024 was. And even if your mind has changed, because 4 months later, has your opinion changed? Do you have a new favorite? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys soon with the next video.